Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your 2019 tarot reading. I am Jade with yesYesYes. Thanks for visiting my channel. We are going to do a full spread where it's one card for each month, and then I'll do a clarifier, and then I'll do an overall. And I will use this monthly for our monthlies as the overall energies for each month. So if you are resonating with this, I would love it if you would like, share, or subscribe. And please leave your comments if you want to, if you're feeling it, if you want to make a statement, I'd love to hear from you. And then if you're interested in private readings, feel free to check out the link in the box below. So let's get started. I'm going to use the Line Strider deck for your overall. I really love this deck because it is nice and open. There's a lot of space in the cards. I pre-shuffled, and I'm going to shuffle a little bit more for you. Cancer 2019. So what's going on in January? Well, that was two. We got to keep going. Okay, we have a new beginning, the Fool. So in January, it's great. You've closed up 2018, and now 2019, we are off to the races. You are fancy free. You're releasing any kind of expectation, and you are open to new possibilities. I love this. Cancer, you of all people would be able to do this for us. February, King of Wands. So we have some really heavy, intense energy in February. The King is the master of the wand suit. Wands are fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. But this is going to be your energy, I feel. I feel like you're going to be deciding that there's a new opportunity that you want to take, a new creative pursuit that you want to move towards, and you're going to go at it all with a full heart. So the heart of a Cancer and the heart of a Leo, and I think that there could be a lot of really positive elements that come from that. So we'll see more when we get to the February reading. So in March, we have the World. Beautiful. So while the World can mean a completion, I think we're just kind of beginning. So it also can mean an expansion. It can mean that there is some travel coming up. There could be, it could be the next phase. So whatever it is you might be starting in February, in March you might be picking right back up, or not picking back up, but it might really be expanding and really taking root in March. So whatever this creative idea is, whatever this action to make change in your life that's starting in February, in March it's being up-leveled with the World card telling you that it's going to expand and expound and multiply. That's beautiful too. Okay, I love the energy that you're bringing to this right away, Cancer. Okay. So for April, for Cancer 2019, what do we have? The King of Swords, another king, another master of his element, air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is the mastery of words. So there's some very decisive, clear communication that you are taking in April. Now, what you're doing is you're stepping outside of yourself for once, and you're getting away from your heart, and you're moving more towards the mind, more towards the words. Just be careful. I want you to make sure that you are still balanced in the truth of yourself, because Cancer, your feelings, your ability to be so present and so emotionally open is what we all need. So I don't want you to lose track of that when you're stepping into the power of words. There's some temperance and balance between the two. So make sure that you're still present in your heart while you're speaking clearly about how you're feeling. Finding that balance can actually bring you to the next level of existence. So that'll be in April. In May, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful card. You have great cards here. 2019 might be really fantastic for you. The Nine of Pentacles means that you have come to a place where you are feeling good about all of your accomplishments. So you might have found this balance between the words. You found this balance in your action, and you found the balance with the natural heart that you have. And now you're feeling really good. You're feeling accomplished. This is all that you have created for yourself, and that you're sitting pretty with it. Okay, that's what I hear a lot. So it's you know, your health, your well-being, your stability at home, and your stability at work. All of these things that are body related, and it would be, you know, food, clothing, shelter. All of those basic needs are taken care of, and you have accomplished quite a bit, and you are proud of yourself, and you are sitting with it. Beautiful in May. Now let's go to June. Two of Cups. Could this be a new relationship starting, or maybe there's a focus on relationships in June? The Two of Cups is the water element, so your natural element, and there are two energies coming together. So how lovely this is that you have built up yourself to feel so good, feeling good where you are, and then now naturally a relationship would step in. Now if you're already in a relationship, it's taking precedent in June. And perhaps that's the last bit, because we haven't had any Cups cards up until this point anyway. So this is the last bit where you're pulling everything together, all of the elements, you're pulling them all together. We're still, you know, we do have our Pentacles out, but we don't have a King suit yet. But you're pulling it all together, and there's some beautiful balance in June. So let's see what, I mean, maybe we should just stop and say, okay, the rest of the year is going to be fantastic. But I'm really curious to find out what happens for you in the future here. So in July, we have the Star card. All of your wishes coming true. Are you seeing that? I'm not sure if I'm holding that up properly. So the Star card is your destiny. It's your wish. It is Aquarius, but it's also manifestation of everything that you've been here manifesting as well. Everything is manifesting. Can we just pull out the rest of the most amazing cards and give them to you? Because that might be your reading for this year. So in July, this might be the full manifestation of all of this. This might be the full wish being granted. This is what's going to take you. This is where you're going to the next place. So we thought that we were launching here, but we're really up-leveling here in July, because now you have a full balance. Now you have everything that you could have ever wanted. You have clear communication. You have your new amazing either career or creative project moving forward. You are feeling secure and confident, and you have a beautiful relationship, either with another person, or you're very set and content with yourself. And everything is being celebrated in the month of July. Now in August, let's see what's coming up in August. This one? The Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Queen's going to be coming up. She's going to remind you to continue to move forward with this creative project, but do so in a softened way, in a way that is empathetic and mindful of all of the surroundings. So the King just kind of pushes through, and he does, you know, he creates, and he if there's wakes of destruction in the path, it doesn't matter to him. He's not thinking about it. The Queen is subtle in her way of manifestation. So she is lithe and beautiful in creation. So this is the energy for you in August, where you're settling back into creating that project, or working on your new digs or whatever, but you're doing so with empathy and with compassion, and with a nurturing that is supportive of those around you. Now we're moving into September. We have the Death card. So something is ending, and I'm not sure what it would be, because we have so many beautiful things up here. So something that's no longer serving you will come to an end. Now with death, there's also transformation. So Something will flip. You will see one side of the underbelly and then it will flip so that you can move past it. Now, it makes sense that, you know, if we're going to such a high, beautiful, up-leveled trajectory, that something might come in, you know, some kind of rotten apple, or, you know, a bug in the mix, or whatever. Something's going to come. Something sometimes will come and work its way in, so that we have to face the, you know, making sure that we haven't built our foundation with any cracks on it. You know, nothing is coming down. So it's good when things like this come in, that we have to change and make those changes and move forward without everything shifting below us. So in September, we will have some type of transformation, and we'll see a little bit more when I do that clarifier. We'll see what that has to do with. October, Ace of Cups. So with that transformation, we're going to start right over. Now, because this is an ace and we're talking the cups, we had the 2 up here. This could be related to this relationship that begins. So maybe there's a break, there's an ending of it, and then we start back up. This could also be about emotional issues in general. So maybe it's just something that touches you emotionally that ends, but then it has to build back up again in October. So nothing is, you know, this is just a temporary, so that we can begin again. This is the promise of something more specifically and strong to be built forward emotionally, if that makes sense. So we jumped to the 2 initially. The ace is telling us, okay, well, let's start our foundation. Let's rebuild here, and then we'll move upwards again. Okay, we'll move forward with something that's a little bit stronger, and it still may be connected to this too, but it's going to be more of a foundationally stable place. Okay, that's our October. What's coming up in November for Cancer? I have 2 of Wands, another 2. So now we're going back to the creative pursuits. We're building creatively, and you're finding that you're pulling things together. You're pulling all of the, so you're commanding this project, whatever this is. So if it's, you know, you are leading your team at work, you're an entrepreneur and people are coming up underneath you, you have a project that is your vision, you are putting the pieces into place properly in order for it to go forward. Now, we didn't get the ace, but it doesn't matter, because this is firm and you're waiting for it. You're not acting too quickly. You're not jumping ahead of it. You're not. You're moving with it at the perfect timing, is what it feels like. I like that you're balanced every month, where you have a different focus so far. And that we're not just losing ourselves in cups, and we're not just losing ourselves in wands, that everything is kind of flowing back and forth. Okay, we've got one more card for this year. The Moon card. Intuition. What is coming to light? If there were any secrets, they're coming out. The thing about the moon is that it gets a bad rap, because I think it's because of patriarchal society, really, and that, you know, we could see the sun is all the end all be all, the best card, and that the moon, there's some kind of secret wiles, the feminine secret wiles. But really, what I think about is that it's your deep power, the deep knowing that you have comes forward, and that is what you realize you can rely upon in December. So it's not about doing just for the sake of doing. It's something about within you. You know, it's that deep inner drive that's coming forward, and that is what's going to put you on the higher level for the following year. So you are in alignment. You are moving towards the next trajectory that you have. And you are brilliant this year. This is a great year for you, Cancer. I'm really excited for you. I want to see what all of these cards, what their clarifiers are. and we'll go from there. So this Fool card, this new beginning, what is this new beginning for Cancer? Okay, we'll take that for 2018. New beginning in your friendships, your loyalty, who you let close to you. So, and if this is you, it's you restructuring your way in which you are loyal and in relationship with other. Now this can be partnership, but this is more of friendship cards. The dog is really about loyalty and friendship. So there's something about starting anew. Maybe you get a new friend, or maybe you become or change the way in which you are dealing with others in that manner. You know, how do you show up as a friend in the world? So that might be a new January for you. We'll be finding out more about this soon when I do the monthlies. Moving on to February, the King of Wands is the ship. So there's a new journey happening, yes, and I like that you are jumping ahead of it, and you're basically steering this boat into this new adventure. The ship is about movement and travel, but it's also about the journey in general. So if you're starting a new journey, which it feels like you're taking the helm of this ship and you're steering it forward. So we'll see more about what this is when we get to that monthly. In March, the World card is related to conversations. So it's coming together. Things are coming together. You're expanding, you're expounding. Things are blossoming, and there's going to be a lot of talk around you, okay? You may be involved in this conversation, but this is usually birds talking around you. You know, when you wake up in the morning and the birds are talking, you can hear them. There's just lots of talk around you. So this could be on social media, this could be within your work group, this could be in your family even. But as you are getting bigger, people around you are taking notice and they're talking about it. This can lead to gossip. This can lead to a negative effect because they see all that you are and they want you because of it, or they want to take you down even because if there's some jealousies. So just be aware of that in March. Take note of that could present itself, and you want to step away from it. And that could be what leads you to the King of Swords in April with the combination of the Mountain. So the Mountain is an isolating card. It's a challenge card. It's a slow growth. And I feel like that's what's happening here is that, you know, all of this chatter around you has led you to go within and know that, you know, you have to speak your truth and you want to be decisive about it. And in doing so, you know, you have to go within to get it. You have to remove yourself and kind of separate yourself from all of this in order to get clarity on what your decisive and clear communication will be. You know, hey, I'm not going to stand for this. You can't talk to me like that. You can't talk about me like that. Or it could just be simply, there's no room in my life for you anymore. The king he has no emotive capacity. He's not even, you know, considering any kind of emotions and how his words are taken. So this will be a very reactionary place. So again, we'll have to kind of temper that when we get there. We'll see how best to handle that situation. The Nine of Pentacles in May is about, or it's enlivened by writing. There might be journaling here. There might be you doing things online. Maybe it's a new website. Could also be a new contract where you are, you know, seeing all that you have accomplished, right? I feel like it might be website though. So for any of you guys who are internet in business on the internet, you will see all of this coming together in May, and it's going to be through this writing, and it could be good reviews even. You know, you might be getting your reviews in. Maybe you've done, you know, some new creative project here, and now it's being reviewed, and now you're sitting with it and allowing and receiving all of these beautiful reviews. That's your May. So in June, we've got this love affair that is, it could be leading to a legacy. It could be a really beautiful beginning of something that's going to grow, that can be stable and solid. It could also be like, this is a family card and it's the health card. So something that's really pure for you, really true for you, something that you've wanted for a while. You've planted the seed and now it's starting to really blossom. So beautiful things coming to work, and now all of a sudden, now you can work on your relationship. You can see a relationship grow and blossom and prosper even more in June. Now in July, the star is illuminated by the moon. So this Aquarius nature, and then here you are again, the moon. So everything is coming into fruition. Everything is being granted to you, as long as you are staying true to yourself, right? So don't lose track of yourself in this relationship. Don't lose yourself to ego. Stay true to the beauty of Cancer, the emotive, intuitive knowledge that you have. This is the same place you're going to have to end this year. So keep track of yourself throughout all of this, okay? All right, in August, the Queen of Wands. We have the Whip. So this is a self-deprecating card, right? You can whip yourself, but this can also mean repetition over and over again. There's some strife and some struggle here. So it makes sense that the Queen is coming back out to kind of remind us we need to stay firm on our path, right? We've enjoyed ourselves. We've been building this relationship. We're staying true to ourselves. Now stay true to the path. And stay true to the path with a little bit more emotion and a little bit more of empathy for others. You don't have to hurt yourself or beat yourself up because you might have fallen off of that path. So just know, and when we get there, we'll find out more about it. And this could also be that you're repeatedly reminding yourself of this in August, okay? So August could be a month where you're doing some mental gymnastics, where you're struggling to keep yourself in line, but this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So even though this is coming, we are keeping yourself in line, and it doesn't have to be a struggle if you relax into it, okay? All right, here we are in September, and we have the Tower. So this Tower in Lenormand is different than in the Oracle, than in the Tarot. So the Tower here is about structure, it's about authority, and it's about government. It's about education, like large universities. So this could also be hospitals. So we have some kind of transformation that is due to the constriction of authority, okay? It's also, what could be is that due to this transformation, you have taken yourself and removed yourself from society, kind of like you were here in the mountain, and you've put yourself in a tower to kind of deal with what's going on. So this tower, it's specifically related usually to larger structures and entities, and so that is what's coming to an end. Now, if you were building on something that was an intuitive project, an entrepreneurial project, but at the same time still working for a corporation, here in September, that job, that corporation might come to a close, and that is now why you have to move forward into your entrepreneurial status, even more so, okay? So that could be what's coming up here for you in September. In October, this Ace of Cups, there's clouds, there's a little bit of confusion, okay? So this could leave you reeling from September, and now you know that something new is coming. You know, because you're, the water sign, you're feeling that it is deeply emotional and deeply intuitive, but it's just a little confusing. There's maybe something just got shaken up and you're kind of reeling a bit. So in October, there's a little bit of confusion. We will clarify that in that October reading too, okay? November, Two of Wands for Cancer. The crossroad or the path. So you have two choices. Two of Wands, two choices. You have two choices here. If this is about your job, you have two choices. You look for another job or you move towards being an entrepreneur, okay? These are your actions. So you have two choices. Even if it's, if you are an entrepreneur, you have two projects that you're choosing from. Which one will you be giving your more of attention to, okay? So that's, and it's great because it's the master number 22. So it's 2, 2, 2. We've got so many twos here. I don't feel like this is going to be a struggle. I feel like it's going to just require you deciding. That's all. So a big decision's coming in November. In December, which will bring you back to yourself, the moon. The book. The book is about secrets coming out, and it's lovely because we're here. I talked a little bit about that with the moon card, that it's about, there's something about this secrecy. But the book itself is secrets being revealed. So there's some secrets coming out. They are intricately involved in your life. So there's something that you've been holding on to that you will share in December in 2019. So just know this is your choice, right? It's not anything that's being forced upon you. It's you sharing more of you in December. Okay, so I'm going to get one more card from the Mythical Shaman Oracle. These cards are beautiful. We'll use this as the overall again for the year, and I'll pull this up with every month. Upper world. So when you do shamanic journeying, there are different worlds you can travel to. The upper world is one of those worlds. And there's no surprise to me, Cancer, that you're traveling to another world. You have so many beautiful cards here. Give me a second. I'm going to pull out the book and read it to you because there's so much here. So the upper world. Angels, divine helpers, the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become. Discover your great potentials and undreamt possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. So step into your fully realized self. I love seeing that because we've got you as a reminder here, both in July and in December, reminding you to stay true to who you are. And these are colors for you. And there's the moon there. There you are. So, Cancer, that is what I have for you in 2019. What a beautiful reading. I'm really excited to see what more happens monthly. If this moves you so, please like, share, and subscribe or comment below. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I'd love to speak with you. So feel free to jump in on my website. Thank you so much, and I'm sending you all of my love.